this is a way to start building spinal flexion and spinal extension while coupling it with breathing, and then eventually progressing into stability challenges for your shoulder blades and your arms, as well as your hips, your legs, and your neck. So to start with, you're going to sit back like this. If this position is a little bit challenging for you, you can always put like a bolster under here, so maybe some pillows so that you're up a little bit higher. The idea is that you can be resting in this position. You might feel like your ankles don't like to stretch like this, so you can put a pillow underneath here as well, so that you're in more of this position. And eventually that mobility will come. You've got a tripod on your hand for weight bearing, just like you do your feet, and got your hypothenuses and these spots here. So as you push into the ground, I'm contacting those points. Start position. Here, hands just in front of your knees, and you're going to try and flex your spine. So you're going to come up into this position and try to touch my chin to my chest. And as I'm here, I'm also breathing. With my shoulders, I'm not letting them creep up towards my ears like this. I'm actually pulling them just away so that I can feel my lats engaged over here. I'm also pushing away from me. A lot of people will cheat spinal extension by retracting their shoulder blades. And it just creates a change in a bunch of length tension relationships and ends up putting a little more stress through the front of the shoulder. And it means you're also a little less stable and makes it harder to breathe in. So better to keep that pressure through the hands, pushing away from you. And then with the pressure, we're going to start to try and build an extension on top of that. And that's the tricky part for most people. So as we come in to start, breathing. And then, as you start to feel like you're relaxing a bit, you're going to start trying to extend the spine into this position. And you're trying to find a sense of the middle. So I can go all the way this way, and then I can go all the way this way. I'm not extending hugely through my head. I'm just keeping my eyes kind of where the floor and the wall come together. So coming here again, breathing in, breathing out. And then coming back up into here. As you extend, this is more of a breathing out position, so you might find it a bit easier. Pushing my legs a little wider, just so I can get into the more hip movement. And once I feel like I've found the middle, so I've gone all the way this way, I've gone all the way this way, and I'm happy with what that feels like. I've created tension in my tummy and my back. I'm going to start putting more weight up through my hands. I start creeping up, keeping that pushing through the ground, holding. And you might start to feel a little bit of shaking as you go up. Back off from that point, because you're starting to lose stability a little bit. Use talking or breathing as an indicator of that. Does it get harder or easier to talk or breathe? And if it gets harder, just back off a little bit. If your wrists can't take this kind of extension, you bring them forward a little bit. You got a little bit more weight, evenly distributed. And now, while you're in this position, you're trying to maintain all that tension through the spine and tummy. And by tension, I don't mean you're working 100% effort. 5 to 10, you can just feel that there's a sense of tightness through this area. So that when I go and challenge myself by lifting, say, an arm, or lifting a leg, those areas don't change. And if they change a little bit, that's okay. You're trying to keep stable. So you create the stability first before you add the challenge. Make sure that the head doesn't droop down either, and try and bring it up like this. So my chin stays tucked, eyes are down, and then I pull back. And you'll feel when you do that, some cramping or some tightness through behind your shoulder blades. As you get more flexible and more mobile, you'll be able eventually to look forward. But for now, we want to make sure that you can get that extension through here, because a lot of people will make up the loss of extension here by sort of flipping at the head like this. And it just means you create extra movement at this part of your neck. It's not a bad thing, it just means that you're creating more movement over time, and that area just gets a little more used, a little more tired. And what happens when your body gets used more in areas, your tissues adapt, they create more reinforcement. So just thinking about it like that.